Let's talk about something damn difficult. Let's talk about abuse. What to do? Your boyfriend is beating you up and you are considering trusting when he promised, I won't do it again. Now, odds are it will happen again. Okay? Unless this person goes through a real trustworthy transformation. What's that? It is that he does something which actually changes his willpower over himself. Most of these abuse happens when a guy is drinking, a guy get agitated, or he gets very jealous, or something like that. There is a setup which is similar, and this setup will happen again, and that's where it's difficult. And when this person promises it will never happen again, then he's not in this triggered state. So he actually means it. But you can't trust this person unless there is a real transformation. What can this transformation be? Well, he comes back and he said, honey, I just mounted, he used to be a complete coward and afraid of heights and so on. And he said, honey, I just mounted Mount Everest, got to the top. I'm not a frightened person anymore. Well, there's a real transformation, but it's not, maybe it's a bad example because it's not very likely to happen. But let's say this guy is drinking with some friends which always get him in trouble. And he's actually cutting his contact to this to these people. So, and it's real, it's something he has done, and there is a definite change. Well, okay, that could be an example. It's the transformation has to be on his trigger point. There is something there which makes him be violent. Yeah? Now, there's two other options. One option is to throw this person out of your life for good. And for some people it's very easy. They just say, well, you've done this once and that was too many times. And then it's goodbye. But for a lot of people it's very, very difficult because they're in an abusive relationship, and what to do then? There is really then only the transformation and a real transformation, or learn to defend yourself. You might think, well, it's hopeless, this guy is a very big guy and whatever. Now, there is such a thing as jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is an Eastern martial art where you use the force of the opponent to actually be much, much stronger than this opponent, because you use his own force against him. So you don't need to be a black belt. You don't need to be somebody who is very amazing at this martial art form. Jiu-jitsu is famous for a lot of hacks, small things you can do which are really effective. And I'll strongly advise you to look into that. Jiu-jitsu. There's also other combat forms which has similarity to that, but the basic thing is that how to do a lot of damage by very small exercise of power. You don't need to be strong to be very effective in jiu-jitsu. And as most abuse happens when the person is really, the abuser is really agitated or drunk or whatever, then you don't need that much fighting ability to actually make an impact. And of course that's That's a solution which is not ideal, but it's better than have the abuse continue. So I'll strongly advise you to do that. So there's 3 things which can happen. You can kick this person to the curb and say, sorry, you did this once, that was too many times, bye-bye. Or you can insist that there is a real transformation so you can be actually certain that this thing will not happen again. Or jiu-jitsu, or something similar, a martial art form where you can actually get the upper hand of the situation. Okay? That's all I had for today. Now take care.